So this is the African Motives Media. We are here once again on another segment of the Youth Speak. This is episode what? Episode 4 of the Youth Speak. And today we are joined by the Secretary General of JKUSA in Jomo Kenyatta University. Mambo vipi bwana SG?
Niko salama, niko poa, niko fresh.
Maybe people outside there are looking and want to know who is James Nyakoi. Okay, introduce in full. What of you?
My name is James Nyakoi, or Jay as most people know me. The Secretary General, JKUSA, JKUAT 2023-2024. Also who's Jay? Jay, basically, passionate, hardworking gentleman. Yeah, fun lover. Yeah, one person who loves bringing smiles and making people happy. Yeah, that is basically Jay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
making smile and making people happy.
Yeah,
very nice. Maybe if we ask you why politics and not any other thing.
Why politics?
Yes.
You know, there are always two faces in life. There is a profession and there is a passion. You know, majorly the major things that fall under passion are hobbies. So for me, politics is more of a hobby. You know, politics is more of a hobby. I have a passion in it. You know, yeah, and beyond even school politics, I view politics on a larger scale. So for me, politics is all about passion and on vile other people use other dimensions. Maybe kwenda kucheza futa, bike riding na nini cool the nerves. For me, I use politics. Yeah, it's more therapeutic for me.
Wow, more therapeutic for him. Politics, Mambo iko fresh hiyo side. Maybe you've been in office as the JKUSA SecGen from March. And if we do a countdown, those are 8 months. If I can just put you to question, what have you achieved in the 8 months?
That is a very awesome question. For the past 8 months, we've tried. It's not been an easy path. It's been bumpy and rocky. But there is God. God. So we've achieved a couple of things. If you can remember last semester, we had a pad drive. You know, we did a pad drive. We tried the Sisi kwa Sisi initiative, which we did phase 1 of the Sisi kwa Sisi. Then towards the end again, we did a phase 2. You know, and now it's we did shelve it, but not that much shelving it. We took it back to the kitchen, trying to cook it and seeing where we have the hiccups and the loopholes. Then we will go full blown. If it won't be me, then maybe God willing, anyone else, you know, anyone else who will take that office. I guess that is one thing yenye nitampatia or nitamwachia akikubali akimbize amalizane nayo. Yeah, so we did the pad drive, we did the Sisi kwa Sisi, we've done the first year's admission, which was a huge success, and we did the JKUSA orientation. Yeah, so far I guess that is what I've achieved. The other thing that I've achieved, sijai kubali comrade alale station. I don't think kama kuna comrade yote mwenye nishai kuwa aware of, or any comment that I've ever been aware of, mwenye ameshikwa police station nishaikubali akalala police station. I've always been there, especially every Friday. Nakwanga hapo kuwatoa, because that is among my work, checking or keeping the student welfare in check.
Keeping the student welfare in check. Yes. You talked about if you'll be in office and maybe if you leave for another person. There is a rumor that you and your regime and you are planning to extend their term in office. What do you have to say about that? And maybe before you say a word about it, there is the issue of constitution amendment. Also shed some light about that.
I'll answer this question in 2 ways, both personal and factual. Yeah, on a personal basis and on a factual basis. The constitution amendment, let's be factual, that constitution is more of a storybook than a constitution, which really needs an amendment. And in the 5th Congress sitting, we passed that particular bill or that particular motion for that particular amendment to take place. You see, and there are a couple of clauses. If you go through that particular constitution, there are a couple of conflicting clauses. There are some irrelevant clauses. The constitution itself is vague on how we are supposed to actualize or how policies or bills being passed in Congress are supposed to be effected, you know. So I guess with an amendment, we can try and make all these things clear, you know. So for me, for the amendment, I do support the amendment, you know. But again, if you look at that particular amendment, the constitution, again, as much as it's a storybook, it's something that we have and we have to acknowledge and we have to use it. So when we are using that particular constitution, it has laid down a particular framework on how we are supposed to amend that particular constitution. So for me, I have no problem with the amendment of the constitution, but I have a problem with the process of amending that particular constitution. You know, if let's be factual and let's be honest with people, if we are planning to amend a constitution, let's follow the legality, you know. Yeah. About extension of terms.
Yes.
Personally, mi najua we are leaving office and nishajipanga kuondoka ofisini and niendele na maisha yangu as J, you know, as a student, nimalize nipate degree yangu, you know. So for me, it has not crossed my mind that there is something like extension of term in office. Those are allegations which I cannot confirm nor deny, because the architect of that particular allegations and or the architect of that particular thing anajulikana na ataamua if imekuwa tu story mingi imekuwa kwa mtandao, but for me I don't think there is any time that we've sat down as a union and had a discussion on extension of term. So not unless someone is planning or someone was planning among or amidst that amendment to sneak in such a clause, then we don't know, you know. Yeah, but also on the amendment, let's be honest with ourselves. Recently, I've seen a memo imetokea. I am the Secretary General. Nimeona memo imetokea inasema that calling for a committee of experts. It's okay, but again, we were told that signatures are being collected. We are being told that beyond signatures, we are being told that students have confirmed. From current campus, I was sent some document for signatures collection, and the one who went to that particular class, I am really embarrassed that it's a leader. Alienda in that class and saying that there is an attendance that signed this particular attendance. If we are being honest in this particular amendment, also be honest in that particular process. Stop lying to comrades and telling them that they are signing class attendances, you know, because I've not seen a memo calling students or calling the general population of JKUAT asking them to come out and sign or append their signatures on this particular amendment. So if amendment is going to happen, let's just find a correct framework. And if we are not able, it's still there. You are the speaker of the 7th JKUSA Congress. After you'll hand over everything to the next speaker. Let the next speaker, let that be the key agenda for the next Congress. Thank you.
It's getting hot and hotter here. Nakwambia mambo imechemuka, as you can hear. Those are the words of the Secretary General JKUSA, Mr. J. Sema mambo iko namna ile. Remember, this is the African Motives Media. This is the Youth Speak on another episode. And moving ahead, Bwana Sekjen, maybe could you propose in the amendment or in your own view that we have a coalition government? And if yes, why? And if no, why?
Okay. if we will call for coalition government, it simply means that we'll have to change a lot of clauses in that particular constitution. The funny thing, or the best thing with our constitution, it has given the separation of powers. Our constitution is not similar to the KU constitution, it's not similar to the UN constitution. They're different constitutions. For us, there is that separation of powers, there is that demarcation. The constitution says clearly these are the speaker roles, clearly says that these are the SG roles. So there is no way I can come and do your roles as the speaker. And again, the same constitution has showed us where we meet, where our roles meet, or where we have a merge of powers. And the architects of JKUSA, they were so keen in creating our constitution so that ensuring that there is a distribution of power, you understand? Distribution of power and ensuring that there is a power balance, a power balance among the signatories. That is why we have the chairperson, we have the SG, we have the finance, the signatories, because the architects were very keen. They would have decided to give all the powers to one person, but they were keen in giving that power balance, so that hakuna mwenye atakuwa na nguvu mingi kushinda mwingine, na hapo utakuwa haina haja mtu akuje kuwa drunk in power juu ako na nguvu mingi kushinda mwingine. So there is that level, you understand? How these other constitutions are, when you go to vote in that particular coalition, the way we saw the KU elections, when you vote for the president, you voted for the rest of the coalition, you understand? So basically, mwenye atasema hapa ni prezo. Prezo akisema ni hivi, ni hivyo. Unaona? That's why tuliona the previous council, we had a fallout between Sarova and Teddy, the current president KU.
Yes.
We need, yes, if we are going for coalition, we will have to amend these clauses, and we will ensure, or we will say that now we are voting for the president, and if this president gets into power, all these other people under this coalition are going to do what the president is going to say. Understand? Because that is what happens in these other universities, not unless I stand to be corrected. So you see, that cannot work. Unaona?
Sure.
So itamaanisha tutabadilisha vitu mingi. Unaona? Not unless we are ready kusema we are creating a coalition still with the same roles and everything, kila mtu akiingia kwa ofisi then arudi kufanya vitu zake, unaona? But now you see, this coalition, we've come together known as unity of purpose, not because we have the same political ideologies, it's because we have the same political interest, and all of us, our political interest is to win, you understand?
Sure.
Not, we don't have any the same political ideology. So if our interest is to win, if we both win, I'll get into my office and I'll now pursue my political interest. You understand? So as much as we are thinking of a coalition, let's think of it based on ideologies. Because trust me, with the current constitution we have, a coalition will be based on political interest and not political ideologies. And everyone will still have the separation of powers, you understand? And everyone will pursue their own ideologies the way they believe. And these people might clash, you understand, if they have a disagreement when it comes to political ideologies. Yes. Wacha niachie hapo.
Kama uko na jambo la kuongeza, wakati ni wako, uwanja ni wako.
It's because let's be honest, if you get into office, we are all toddlers in politics.
Sure.
We are learning. Sure. We are learning through student politics, and we get somewhere, And before I got here where I got as the SG, there was someone before me as the SG.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
So the wise men say, or rather African elders to say, that a wise man, or a wise child, yanga msemo wa Kiswahili that mtoto huangalia kisogo cha ninaye. Unapata? Kuangalia kisogo cha ninaye inamaanisha kwamba unaangalia kile mwenye alikuwa mbele yako amefanya, na kama ni kizuri unakiiga, unaona? So if you want to get there, unaona, as much as we are thinking of coalition and everything, someone will approach you because he wants to be a speaker, and you will try to shape and teach this person on what to do. That is why hadi tunakongana after people win they go to Mombasa for training. Understand? Because we are all children in all these things.
Yes.
So tusikuwe na mbio ya kukimbilia vitu. When wali create this particular way of politics, hawakuwa wajinga, unaona? Yes, coalition has its benefits and its failures. Yeah.
Interesting.
In equal measure.
Yeah. We have the Secretary General J. Kusa, James, and he's giving out wisdom carelessly. Mambo iko best pale. And moving forward, recently you had a very successful event, the J. Kusa orientation, and it was a very big, massive event. Maybe if you shed some light, how did you manage to create such a big event?
It was a big event. It actually also surpassed my expectation. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that particular outcome, but we thank God. We thank God for this far. There's something the Igbo people in Nigeria call Ebubedike. Ebubedike is more of a warrior. You understand? A clan warrior. So Ebubedike is more of a clan warrior, a game changer. So basically, this particular event, it was big. As I said, it did surpass my expectation. And basically what we did was changing the game, because since we got into office, I don't think there is anyone who's ever done such an event.
Sure.
I don't think. So what we did, I wouldn't say it is the best event, because yet there are more events to come. Because I guess maybe at the end of the day, after all the events are done, that is when now we can rate and say now which was the best event. But so far, I guess we've set the pace. We've changed the game and we've set the pace. And I'm hopeful that the coming events, the cultural day, the Mist and Miss, the Biashara week, the career fair, all of them, we are hopeful that the way we set that pace and we set that particular bar, kila mtu atangangana kufika mali tulifikisha, haturudi chini.
Saying they should embrace the Ebubedike spirit.
Yeah, embrace the Ebubedike spirit. Let's change the game. It's not a must you do what Jay did. Do even better than what Jay did. Because at the end of the day, for me, I always say it's good. Let's all win. Yeah, sina kinyongo. If you do a better event than me, I'm okay. Just win. Win your own, I'll win on my own. Yeah.
Very interesting. Moving on very well. Maybe, Bwana Sekjen, apart from politics, what else do you do? Do you just do politics full time and every time, or other things?
Apart from politics,
yes.
I'm a businessman. I'm a speaker. What else do I do besides politics? There's one thing that I'm avoiding to say.
Just say it. Might find some of our viewers are biggest fans of what you do.
I'm a preacher.
You're a preacher?
I'm a preacher.
A preacher like a preacher or a preacher?
A preacher.
In the church?
In the church. You see, that is why I was hesitant.
I'm interested. I would come there, pull some of our fans to come and see how you preach.
I'm a Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of these fine days we'll maybe visit your church.
But I've never preached within here. Yeah, back at home I'm a good preacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a good preacher. I'm a businessman. I'm a good businessman. Yeah, and I've explored business lately. I'm a writer. I'm a script writer. Yeah. I'm also a director.
Interesting. Sasa mambo ya
kuna mali pale YouTube tu kuna ka channel fulani kenye sitawahi sema lakini wacha kwanza tutoke siasa alafu tarudi kwa channel. Sasa inakwanga na 627 subscribers. I know till to date iko pale.
Very interesting. We'll look into that and nitawapostia link ya channel
hapo. Yes,
mimi na
after siasa.
Check out on my TikTok. I'll be posting that channel. Pale TikTok at Papa Graham nitapatia the channel. Very interesting. Umesikia SG is a preacher. Interesting. What are your future ambitions?
My future ambitions,
Yes.
I want to be a politician. Yeah. 2027 na niko kwa debe.
Wapi uko?
Bonchari constituency.
Very nice. What of Bonchari?
I'm still contemplating between member of county assembly and member of parliament.
So the people should just start putting on their rubber shoes.
Yes, I'll be there. I will be there.
Either
in the local assembly or the national assembly. Either. I will be there.
Politics must. Ambia watu wa Bonchari wajipange.
Watu wa Bonchari, mbunge wa sahi bwana jipange. Lakini kula vizuri, usiogope. Kula lakini tutafanya auditing.
Very interesting.
So, I would love to venture into politics because it's my passion. It's the biggest thing that I've always liked, business, big time. Yeah, after union, majorly I'll focus on business. Majorly, I'll focus on business and building my brand as J. Yeah. Interesting.
You are getting the right wise words from the Secretary General J Kusa 2023-2024. Mr. James, sema mambo iko best in the world. We are coming to the end of the show, but before we finish, you can talk to a youth that is watching us right there. Maybe there's somebody who is inspired by what you do. You can advise them there.
Basically, you can also do it. Hakuna mtu aliyeamini ningeikuwa SG. No one ever believed I will ever be a section. But today here I am, the Secretary General. I'm proud of me, because tuki flashback time yenye tulikuwa tunakaa pale studies tukipiga story like a year ago na mali tuko sahi imegharimu mkono God, a different story. So believe in yourself, you can do it. Stay in school, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. From the Secretary General himself, don't do drugs in capital letters. Mambo iko best in the world. Maybe your final word, your social media handles, can share them pale. People watu wakutafute.
Kila mahali ni James_Nyakoi. James_Nyakoi. Hivyo tu. From Instagram to Twitter ni JSG. JSG. SG ni caps.
Okay. Very nice. It's been a great time and a good time interacting and talking to the Secretary General J Kusa 2023-2024, Mr. James Nyakoi. And at this juncture, we come to the end of the show. Remember, this is the Youth Speak. We turn it on each and every time. My name is Papa Graham. Let's meet in the next episode of Youth Speak. This is the African Motives Media, and the African Motives Media, we got you covered.